Hello!
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome.
Welcome to the trash.
Where the drag is trash and the points don't matter.
And nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
And the sun is about to explode.
And the sun is about to explode. You know, I wanted to get into this real quick.
What's happened?
We have predicted many a things on this show.
This is true.
We've predicted the volcanoes blowing up. Yellowstone blew up the other day.
It did.
And I said, we're onto
With
something.
people around.
With people. There's video footage.
I saw it.
Did you see how everybody kind of goes, slowly walks away, and then they go a little faster?
Yeah, well,
and then they stop and they kind of turn around?
Yeah, because
Would you turn around?
I bet I would be as confused as they were because you're there to see
To see
some
it explode.
explosions. Yeah.
Is it supposed to be this big?
No, and I think that's when they were like, uh-oh, this looks worse.
They were like, oh, Pompeii, girl.
Right,
We've
and it
seen
also, like, it was a bunch of dirt, and it was, like, darker, so it looked, and, like, I think
Yes.
normally it's just, like, plume of white, like, steam and water, so I think that was a sign.
Naturally. Naturally just white and steamy.
Yeah.
Like the Olympics we just watched.
That was very white. Let's be honest.
Well, okay, we did just watch the Olympics
opening
while we're getting
ceremony,
ready.
yeah,
and
gorge.
big surprise, Celine.
I mean-
Big surprise.
I think there were rumors, but what for you? It was a big surprise. But no one knew.
They were in that dirty river.
That's so fun. They were in that river the whole time, and girl, it poured.
Girl, you know what? I think I would rather it rain than be like 105 degrees.
It adds the romance.
I mean, that's
Obviously,
what-
it's Paris.
that's
it's
what
raining.
they were saying. I'm
if
like,
any place is gonna rain during it, it might as well be what is considered to be one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
It does. Now you've been to Paris. You've been to Paris in all the seasons?
No, I've only been in summer and fall.
Oh, which one do you prefer?
Fall.
Okay, but what is summer like in Paris?
It's-
For us poor people that have never been.
It's really beautiful. I mean, I was saying this earlier.
Yeah.
Paris doesn't get oversold. It's really pretty.
Really?
Yeah, it's really pretty. And like, there are so many.
Even after they had to rebuild it after World War II?
Yeah, girl.
It's still good?
Yeah, because there are. It's huge.
Well, that Notre Dame is still burnt, though.
Well, that was just okay to me. I never did the indoor tour thing, but I was just like, seen it. And that's the other thing. I'm not a huge like tourist. Like, I don't have to go on the tour. I don't have to like see everything. I don't have to do
Okay.
like my thing when I would go is I'm like, oh, I want to eat a lot of really good food, and if I see that thing while I'm on the way, great.
I understand.
And so I got taken over a lot of different parts of the city.
You got taken over?
Yeah, I got taken over.
By who?
My sister lived there.
My sister
My
took me
sister,
over!
she took me.
Oh, God. BC Andrews, girl.
We'll come back to that. Anyway, so all these different parts of the city that have their different charm, but all of them are just unbelievably beautiful because it's this really considered architecture and
What's your
like
favorite part?
history. Do you know it's the gay district? It's the Marais.
Moray.
Marais. M-A-R-A-I-S.
How you spell it?
M-A-R-A-I-S.
Maris?
Marais.
Morass.
Morass. Morass.
Listen, your morass is grass.
Your morass is grass, honey.
Oh, my God.
It's just like, it's lively there too, on top of being like all the pretty stuff around.
Okay, but we were talking about
And
this.
there's like museums around there too.
Because, like, the French people notoriously don't want people visiting their cities, right?
I mean, it depends on who you ask, but yeah. It's like New Yorkers with tourists though. Like they love New York, but they hate tourists.
I get that. We all hate those people.
Yeah.
It's like, stop invading my city.
Exactly. And or like,
But thank you for bringing your money here.
correct. But also learn how to walk on a sidewalk.
I
Or
mean-
like, you know, read a book before you come here. Or if you're in France, I mean, honestly, learn a little bit of the language. They're going to immediately say, like, we can tell you're American and start
Avec
speaking
moi.
English with you. Because that's just the French. But, like, they like it when you try it.
Do they?
They do.
I don't know. Are you gaslighting me?
I'm not. It's this very weird thing where they're like,
They think it's cute.
they do. They do.
So if I go to France,
France.
and I wear my underpants,
Yeah.
and I go to the Eiffel Tower,
Yeah.
Tower,
Silent P.
it's a
but
pterodactyl.
it's okay. You're practicing. It's a silent P.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
And then I say, okay, let's pull out some French. C.
That's Spanish.
There's a C word.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think C is also yes and no. That's
Oui.
I. Oui.
We escargot hamburger.
Very good. God.
No, listen.
So you
I
want a
can speak
snail
some French.
hamburger?
Escargot. Oh my God, can you imagine? Is it made out of the eggs?
What?
The
Escargot?
No, the escargot burger.
It's snail. It's just the snail part. And just
Escargot is
ground
just,
up.
I
into
thought
a burger.
escargot was the eggs.
That's caviar. And it's fish caviar or whale, depending on the kind of caviar you
You
get.
can eat whale caviar. What does that taste like?
Caviar is any fish egg from any fish.
We don't care.
Right.
It's all caviar.
It's all caviar.
Have you ever had it?
I've had caviar. I don't know what from. I want to say salmon.
Did you like it?
No. Do you know what it tastes like?
What?
Salt. They're just like little things of potent fishy salt.
That does sound kind of good. Put it on a club cracker.
I mean, that's how they do it.
Club cracker?
Yeah, that's it. Or
Toast.
potato chips. That's a big thing.
What?
With a little bit of
salt on salt?
Yeah, bitch.
That's too much.
People do well because the fancy thing is these little pancakes called blinis.
Blinis?
Yeah,
Spell it.
BLINI.
It's a quiz show.
All
girl.
day.
You're winning money.
You know what? In the last episode, I think I did it too, and I keep getting it right, so good for me. But I have been spelling my ass off.
I mean, maybe you should ask me to spell some things.
Is that what this is? You're just like mad that I'm not asking you to spell enough.
I am a spelling bee champion.
And you're trying to. Are you really?
No.
Me neither. What did you lose on?
I don't remember.
I lost on the word minute, and I won't forgive myself.
How'd you spell it?
3rd grade. I don't remember.
Am I?
Yeah, probably.
Me.
Oh shit, it's so hot in here.
Yeah, the Olympics were good.
Yeah, it was very good.
That water was watering.
Water was watering.
That horse was
Celine
galloping.
was the best part by far.
Oh.
It was so emotional.
Did you notice they only cut to like Jenna and Hoda like once?
Yeah.
She said, "We're doing it once."
I have a theory.
What was your theory?
As we continue, as they were vamping
Oh, yes.
for the torch to get
The
there,
horse.
and all of those people, not even the horse was one thing, and then it was like the 4
yeah.
athletes with the torch on a boat, and they were like white knuckling it because it's like a speedboat in the rain. As they were vamping through that, I was like, they didn't give these announcers
Any material.
anything.
The writers are still on strike.
They were like, we don't have a program for you. You just have to commentate on what you see live.
And they did, because
and they did.
it was nothing but the rain.
It was nothing about what was coming to their heads.
Yeah.
And they had like a little things here and there about the athletes, but it was not prepared.
Oh, like Kelly Clarkson.
Love Pink.
She
She was
didn't
brought
say a
on for
word.
she was brought on for the artistic portions.
Oh my no.
They would literally be like, and now for the artsy stuff, and it would be like quiet for a few seconds, and then you'd hear Kelly go, "Oh, work."
They were like, "Oh yes, there's diversity here now."
Yes,
They're
and this
like, "Take it,
represents all of
Kelly."
the women that weren't represented as statues, and then it would be like Kelly. It was awkward.
SpongeBob word.
Awkward. So we watched that while we got ready. Ooh,
It was fun. And honestly,
Keep blowing hair.
I feel pride.
Do you?
No.
No, me neither.
But I mean, go France.
France!
Full.
Yeah.
Great show.
They put on a show, girls.
Great show.
They put on a show.
I will say the only thing I missed was Lady Gaga could have come out one more time.
I could have used one. And maybe she did. You know,
I mean,
honestly,
we did
we
turn it
stopped
off. We did.
after about 4 hours, but I think it was over. Her number was so cute.
It was so cute.
It was so cute.
I mean, it was like RuPaul coming out and doing the little, they say you want to talk, they say you want to walk.
Right. You
know.
you want to know. Right. It's true. It was like, you think that you guys are cool, like, I'm cooler.
You think I'm cool? You know what that was?
I'm cool.
That was like the best 11-year-old. You think I'm cool? No, you think you're cool? I'm cooler. Hack us.
Because that is what is down underneath all of this.
Cool.
An 11-year-old.
Girl, what? Okay, wait.
This is
Wait.
close to me. I feel unhinged.
It's because you're hot.
It is.
Let's get into something else that was like a worldwide reckoning for everybody.
Oh, what's that?
Twisters is the greatest sequel made in the entire world.
Period.
The greatest movie musical of all time.
Period.
I said that right as we were standing up to leave.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
It was brill.
Let's just say people were clapping after every tornado, and then people clapped at the end of the movie.
It's true. And it wasn't annoying.
And it wasn't annoying.
No, it was
correct.
correct.
Oh my God.
It was so fucking good.
Have you ever been into a movie theater that's called like the 3D or 4D? The 3D. The
3D.
The 4D. Yes. The 4D experience?
No, where they like, I saw that video though. I want to go.
Oh my God.
I want to do it.
Do you think that's real or do you think that's made up?
No, that's real. Girl,
The
that was inside of a real...
do that?
Yes. Have you heard of these? I lied. I've been in one 4D theater, but this was back when it was still happening like brand new.
Okay.
Animal Kingdom. I went in like 1998 or 99.
Oh. Ghost.
And they had this Bugs Life show, and I hated this. But at the very end,
they sprayed shit at you.
It was stuff like that.
Okay.
The very end, they're like, "All right, we're gonna let our like bug audience out first," and everybody's chairs lifted up like this, and then you felt on the back of your legs a little. I'm not joking, bitch. They have little brushes down there.
Okay, I don't want that experience. Like, I want my chair to move. Yeah. I want to be like bumping and
but
grinding.
Don't put bugs on my legs.
I want you to blow wind in my face.
Mm-hmm. Spray a little water.
I don't want bugs. I don't know, cows.
I don't want any goddamn H&M. But you want to go see it in 4D.
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was such a good movie. Yes. Sorry, Toy Story 2. Sorry, Godfather Part 2. This is the best sequel
I mean, everyone loves that Star Wars sequel, but can I tell you something?
Empire Strikes Back. Yeah.
It's the most boring one.
You said this the other day, and I was like, go off, sis. Only the most beloved Star Wars.
Did I say that already?
Mm-hmm. Not on the air, but like...
just in life. Just in life. I do.
Say more.
I couldn't tell you anything that happens in that movie besides there's Luke, and he's naked, and he's in a tube, and it's cold. And then we redid it about 40 years later in that new Star Wars movie where it's cold, and there's Luke, and there's a cave.
Yeah.
And people are fighting. You know what? Swordplay.
I mean, what do you mean by that?
Swordplay?
Yeah.
There is a term in fan fiction. Let's see, what is it called? Double swordplay.
Okay.
Where it's like hashtag. There's gonna be some swordplay in this.
Got it. Like a warning. Like there's violence here.
Well, no, it's two dicks going at it.
Okay, I thought that's where it was going, and I was like, I'm trying to be respectful of the genre, but it sounds so suggestive.
I'm pretty sure that's what. Or sword crossing. What was I saying?
Oh, swordplay is what you were saying.
Swordplay. I think it's sword crossing.
Sword crossing. Yeah, that's hot.
There was menage a trois in that opening.
They did.
In the library.
They were like, it's going to be romance, but it's also queer trio, bitch.
They said, everyone's wearing makeup, everyone's wearing skirts, we're in a library, and we are having fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
I also thought that it was like all the things that are very French. They're like, we got the love, we got the fashion.
I mean, the one guy you hated was like, they didn't want it to be cliche, but they wanted to include all the French stuff.
They didn't want it to be cliche? Who said that?
That guy that you hated.
That's funny.
That you said fired. That you were like, this guy needs to be fired.
Well, he did. Well, he was the one that was brought in for the sports commentary, I think. And everything else he commented on was so like...
Was that footballer?
Probably.
What was his name?
One of the Mannings, I don't remember.
Oh, there's more than one?
Yeah, and they both play football.
Leave
It's
some
like those
room for the rest of them.
It's nepotism, girl.
No,
they both can't be that good.
I don't think they can be that good. I don't think they can be that good. There's a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
There's
give
a lot of
somebody
people
with a different last name a chance.
Yeah, give somebody with the last name, I don't know, Kicker.
Zirkle.
Yeah. Kicker Zirkle.
Kicker Zirkle.
Kicker Zirkle. I have been getting a lot of speech impediment videos on my TikTok lately.
That's funny.
Because I think they think I have a stutter or something, which, you know, in all fairness, I sometimes do.
Sure, everybody
kind of does.
Yeah.
And I'm like learning all these tips and tricks, and I'm learning all these things that they don't really tell you about language, about our language.
Like what?
Just like the way that our mouth forms different sounds and the way our tongue placement is and stuff.
It's really interesting.
And I'm like, if you are just patient with yourself.
Yeah.
And you are making sure that your tongue is in the right places and you're not trying to rush what you're trying to say and get it all out there as fast as possible. Like, I don't know. Talk.
Yeah. Take your time. I think that's what I heard there too. Yeah.
Take your time.
Yeah. We're just both so caffeinated all the time. It doesn't help.
Last night.
My body is like, we have to get these words out now because we only have about 10 seconds before we're on to a new subject.
I'm sorry, and that's my fault.
No, I mean, that's me.
I think that's me too, though.
Yeah, that's how my mind works.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go.
Let's go.
Keep up.
Yeah.
I'm
not interested in anything for more than 10 seconds.
This is the third week in a row that I brought home a box of stuff home.
From work. Like what?
Yesterday, I brought home 22 VHS tapes.
That's a lot.
But there were some good ones. There was like 6 Pokemon VHS tapes.
Ooh, like the old show?
The old show.
Love.
And I was like, yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
Gremlins 1, 2, Final Destination.
Ooh, which one?
The first one.
The first one.
Small Soldiers. Love that movie. Have you ever seen that movie? No. It's so good. Kirsten Dunst.
I wasn't allowed.
Oh, well, it's a little grown up.
Yeah.
But those toys are
I don't know if I'm still allowed.
Well, there's a whole Barbie scene. Oh, the Barbie scene is worth it alone.
Okay.
Because, like, the mutants and the, I don't know, the scary conservative team.
Okay.
They're like the G.I. Joes and then the mutants.
Got it.
And then they're like, Kirsten Dunst has the Barbies.
Okay.
And then they go and the Barbies are like, I don't know, I think they're doing it.
They're doing it.
I think the dolls are doing it.
The dolls are doing it. Scissoring.
I mean, that's all they can do.
That's all they can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have all the genitals.
You
Isn't
have
that
all the
line
genitals?
from Barbie?
I have all the genitals.
I have all the genitals.
Oh, we didn't talk about enough. Wait.
Wait.
Go back.
No. You brought how many things from home?
Oh, this is where this conversation was
don't try to
going.
skip on.
I'm sorry. 22 VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I brought home 3 books.
Okay, that's normal. I'm gonna say 22 is a lot. I just have to say that out loud. It's a little more than usual. 'Cause, like, that's heavy. Like, how did you get it home? In a box?
I had a box.
Okay.
That you'll see tonight. The cats like it. It's a U-Haul box.
Oh, fun.
3 books, like reading books, and then an art book.
I love an art book. You know I love an art book. What kind
It's
of
a
art book?
Taschen art book.
Ooh,
It's
fancy.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
I mean, I want to own those so badly. They're so stupid expensive, so I don't blame you if you can, like, find them a little discounted.
Listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of VHS tapes now.
That's good. Listen, digital's not going to last forever.
I just kind of have this dream of like having a basement with a whole wall of them or something.
beautiful.
Like I want a room that is basically just a rental store. Ooh. Like, all right, let's go down.
Have
and
you seen where
rent
that
a
person
video.
did that?
No.
Oh, that's a thing. I'm sorry that they got to
On
it before
what?
you, but, like, it's actually out there. This person designed, and it made it look like an old, like, 80s rental store. And I think
love
they
that.
even got all of those clear cases
okay,
for
that
all of
we're
them
not doing because
and
I
put
hate
the thing in
those.
the front of
No,
the thing.
No,
I love
no.
that.
These will just be on the
That's
show.
how you knew it was rented.
Oh, you can't get that shit out of there. You're like squeezing and squoozing.
Oh, but I love that because it was such a clear signal. It was like, all my favorite movies are in, and there's one left because
That is true because it was
raised from the
popped
show.
out, and then you knew once you entered the aisle when it was rented, and because like when we rented VHS tapes back in the day, we'd go to Hastings, and they'd have all the new releases along the wall, right? Yeah. And my parents were like, okay, we get one new release, and then my brother and I each got to pick a 99-cent movie, which was like on the little shelves. And they were in categories. The horror aisle.
Oh, Hastings.
Was so
in
good.
general.
Hastings in general.
Oh, I mean, their horror
amazing.
aisle.
They had everything.
They had everything. I mean, before Netflix, before Amazon Prime. Oh, no.
What's it stuck on?
Your hair. Just leave it.
Okay. No, Hastings was the bomb.
They had the B movies. They had the C movies.
Oh.
They had the D movies for sure.
I don't know who their buyer was, but obviously,
Like, love
knew
culture.
Knew it.
They were like, I don't watch a movie more than once because I'm always looking for
I
the
watch
next
everything.
thing.
I watch everything. It's because I lost the little thing.
A little breaky thing. Oh, do you need some? I don't think I have any putty.
You know, it's really a shame that, Facebook became sort of just a place where people buy stuff.
You think?
And
I haven't been on in a year or so.
me neither. My mother sends me a lot of things and it'll just be ads. And I'm like, that's kind of what TikTok is right now too. I feel like there's a lot of ads. Ever since the US bought it, so many ads.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, boo.
And I'm just like, well, I feel like I've not gotten on as much as I have before. And let me tell you, that Biden character really sucked all the fun out of that thing. Maybe it'll do better now, but we'll see.
We'll see. That's also because like you're not getting the call and response from me because I've been off.
Maybe that's part of
a
it.
little
My
less fun.
enjoyment is less.
It's all your fault. It's all my fault. I know I need to catch up.
No, Jesus. At this point, it's too much.
No, I want to. It's like a binge I want to go on.
I'm so mad that this is like frozen.
It's cold somewhere.
Oh my God, I heard of a term this week that I'd never heard of.
What's that?
I was reading the back of a book, and she said something about tattooed alpha holes.
Say that again.
Tattooed alpha holes.
Okay, can you spell that?
TATTOO space ALPHA hyphen HOLES.
Alpha holes.
Alpha holes.
And these are
Well, what do you think they are?
alpha male buttholes?
Thank you. Okay.
Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
No, what are they?
Well, when I read that, I was like, okay.
Okay.
With like tattoos.
Got it.
With
Yeah.
like tattoos.
Right, sure.
And
Also like alpha male tattoos. I'm thinking like tribal tattoos, but like around the butthole.
like they're like those
Right.
black
like,
things
yeah,
that are like yeah.
Yeah.
It is just an alpha male
Okay.
who's just an asshole. But they're called alpha holes.
What's the tattoo about?
He's just tattooed.
Tattooed alpha hole? Asshole alpha hole. Oh. It's still an asshole. So we were partly right. Oh, I mean, that's more accurate.
If you're an alpha hole.
If you're an alpha hole girl, you're putting light bulbs up there.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I just think that we should have fun with every hole.
Agreed. This is more accurate for me.
No, I learned that term this week and I said, well, you know what? Life is all about learning new things.
I guess so. And you know what? Straight people are boring per usual.
Okay, this is my sort of
Like, you
argument.
had the opportunity to do something funny there and, like, poke out yourself a little bit, and you're like, no, it's not a butthole. He's just an asshole.
You know why I think it is?
Ugh, you're so boring.
I think it's like trapped in this idea that like only men can be masculine and only women can be feminine.
Right.
And I'm like, if you're stuck there,
Oh, you're boring.
You're boring.
You're so boring. And
I'm
if
like-
you're calling your asshole a not, or you're saying asshole, but it's not my butthole, now you're just an idiot. Because you're not talking about anatomy anymore. And you're like, no, I'm trying to make a point. My thing's different. Well, you're still an asshole.
listen, we all been there.
This is true.
But
When?
I don't know. I was just trying to agree with you. See, this is why it would be terrible on the news. Because they'd be like, and a woman was shot on 23rd and 2nd. I'm like, ooh, I've been there. And just kind of half listening. Like, you have? And I'd be like, girl.
Well, also, you'd be like, I don't really remember. Maybe
I don't know. It was one
sounds
of those
familiar.
VHS tapes I bought. You know, God.
Right. Oh, God, that's funny. Yeah, you would just be like, it would be Kelly Clarkson, truly, commentating the Olympics.
Oh my God, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Sing it. It was so good. It was like I could have sat there and said, well, I would have said way too much. This is why they don't invite us.
Oh.
Because we would talk the whole time.
Listen, we talk the entire time through Drag Race, and I'm afraid sometimes Scott is going to go, if you don't shut
I
up,
do think it's gonna be-
I am going to take out a knife and decapitate the both of you.
Yeah.
Or they're going to pull that movie that's coming out, and he's going to cut out our tongues.
That too. I do have this thought sometimes.
Because we
and I have to
talk.
I know.
And we're like, 20 feet away from each other.
And he's
and he's in
between
the
us.
middle. And we're like, ah! And he's just sitting there like this.
Right. And we have like ignored the decorum, ignored the barrier, and
Yeah.
decided to up the volume to get to like
Yeah.
it's so rude.
It's you know what
It's
it
funny,
is, though? They're playing for charity. You don't have to pay attention that much.
Girl, we do this during the regular season too.
And you know what? It's television. It's television.
I want to scream
Sports.
at it. It's our sports. And you scream in sports.
And I'm sorry, if you need to know every single word, watch it on your own time.
Shots
I love
fired.
you. But you don't need to know every single word that they said. We were watching Delicious in Dungeon last night.
love, yeah.
Oh my God, we got to the dragon. They killed the dragon.
Yes, the red dragon.
Bloody.
So bloody. That show, it really does subtly.
turned.
It does. And then from then on, it's a gory show.
Okay, do you still like it?
I love
those
because
characters.
they actually love the characters. They've made such lovable characters.
Oh, yeah.
But they play it really well where it's like, that was a little gory and violent, and then they'll like balance it out with something. And they've still kept the humor about like the food and stuff there too, so it fits. But the story from there takes some turns.
I gather. We had to stop in the middle last night and go, what's going on?
Exactly. Because you get to her resurrection shit. Yeah, bitch, that gets real.
And the mage comes out, and we're like, what's going on?
It's a little bit of a different flavor.
Oh my God, I hate that.
What?
That song.
Why? I love that song.
Do you? Is that the Crazy Frog song?
Yeah.
Call in. Text us.
Do you hate that song too?
I really wish that we were like Delilah. I really wish we were like Delilah.
Do you know, we could do a write-in portion, like where we have people, our friends, be like, write us a question and we'll like talk about it on the air.
The two people that watch?
Yeah. What do you guys want to know? What do y'all want to know? What do you want us to talk about?
Listen, I'm not that desperate to want to like reach out.
We could answer some of our hateful comments if you want.
Oh, there's only one.
I know. I deleted a couple of them because they did cross a line.
I want to hear what they say.
Oh, I don't even remember anymore because I had to report them. I'll keep a couple that are just like, what the fuck is this? Or like, there's one where they're like, aren't you two men embarrassed? Like, yes, every day, but not about this.
Listen, I like this one. This has been here for a while.
Yeah, what the actual fuck? That's really funny.
I love Trash is Right.
Trash is Right is absolutely our
Trash is
slogan.
Right. Yeah,
and thank you for
want
that.
that on a t-shirt.
Yes, I mean, drag trash, Trash is Right.
Trash is Right.
Yeah.
Love it. We have 78 subscribers. We have only 2 more
I think
away.
that's probably the notification about our analytics.
Wow.
I know, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
But yeah, they were something like,
What? I can take it. I'm a big man.
They were like, these two look like they shouldn't be allowed 15 feet within a school.
I shouldn't. Have you seen those cafeterias? I will eat all of the food. God, give me a freaking elementary school hamburger. Ugh. Oh my God.
Really?
That like boiled in water hamburger patty on those steamed buns.
I'm not going to yuck your
Get
go off,
me
sis.
that chocolate milk and that fry.
I was trying to give you a wind effect, but your hair is not moving.
Listen,
Yeah.
I love cafeteria food.
I hear you. I
wish-
hear you. I don't agree, but I hear you.
I wish that there were still cafeterias where you could go and eat. Like, open them up.
That's kind of a thing in other cities, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but just not here.
I mean, we have food courts.
Yeah.
And I hate food courts.
Oh, and I mean, they're trying to kind of bring them back in a new way with those like food halls that are like just
sure.
structures for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want a one line. Here's
Tray.
all the food. Here's my tray. Let's go. Cruise style.
IKEA.
IKEA.
They're still doing it.
They're still doing it.
And they have those lovely cases
Meatless balls.
too. Are they meatless?
I don't know.
That food's good.
You know, it is good.
And you know what I really like? I love when you get a tray fresh out of that hot dishwasher and you can feel it and it still has a little bit of that smell and you're getting one of those hot plates off of there too and you put that down and you say, I'll have the chicken strips. And they say, you're going to have to hand me your plate. And I go, here you go.
Can you just
Scooping it
I'm living it. I'm living it right now as we're talking.
And they put it out there and I go, oh, it's a little hot. Can I get a napkin? And so I put a napkin under it. And so I can put it on my tray. Say, thank you. Oh my God. And then I say, can I get a little side of the meatballs too? And they go, sure.
And they go, sure.
They grab a little plate, hot.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go. Thank you. Oh. And then I get a Diet Coke. And I gulp it.
At IKEA.
Like that.
At IKEA.
At IKEA. I go out right in the middle of the sales floor, not the store below.
Okay, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And I do this. on one of their big sofas.
Okay, yeah.
And I take those meatballs and I go. Just like that.
Love that.
Love it.
Love that.
Love IKEA.
I love the meatballs. You know, their little service could be a little faster. Not the meatball service, but like where you go and put your furniture in.
This is true.
I feel like I've waited there a long time before.
Well, the one time we did recently,
What was that?
we got all of this.
That's true.
Let me
we
tell you a
did.
little story.
That's
Do you remember
true.
that time that your cousin shaded our set so hard that you said, hey, we should go to IKEA one weekend, but I'm not going to tell you exactly why, but these are cute. Wouldn't these look cute on our set? And I go, yeah. And then we get home, we put it all up, and you say, yeah, my cousin said our last set was ugly.
I didn't say ugly. She said it looked like
like
a waiting room.
I just love that we got to all of it set up before you told me what it was actually
I was
about.
not going to tell you the truth.
Ever?
No, eventually I was. No, I got to like pull past that. I got to like, you know, put firecrackers in my truck, go into a tornado and set them off.
Let's come back to it.
Yeah, I needed to come back
Thank
to
you.
Twister.
Thank you.
So Glenn Powell is amazing
Yeah.
in it. The blonde,
Also,
amazing in it.
yes.
What's his name?
that his-
Love
yeah,
him.
love.
From, what's that musical?
West Side
In the
Story.
Heights.
And,
I think he's in The Heights.
yeah, you're right, not West Side Story. Correct.
I hated that movie.
Oh, I loved that movie.
West Side Story.
I liked it.
Okay,
I liked
anyway,
the updates.
He was brilliant. They
He's
were all
brilliant.
brilliant.
They're all so good.
And you know, they did the right. Okay, listen. People are gonna study this. How do you make a sequel?
Oh,
How do you make a sequel?
right. So you go and you say, first of all, I think this is what they did.
Yeah.
Which is you find someone who cherishes that movie or has at least watched it and can glean from it the parts that we love,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So there is a cult following of Twister, and there are things that we say and that we hang on to from that movie that are dear, dear, dear.
Absolutely.
And they went and they found all of those components.
They did.
And I think that you do that.
They wrote a list.
You write a list.
Yes.
And you say, okay, we've got to fit them in here somehow, but it's got to feel like it's not the same.
not
And it's got to come
shoehorned.
from a different port.
Yes.
And it's got to go somewhere else.
Yes.
And they did all of that, and it felt fresh.
Yeah.
And at every moment, you're like, oh, that's a lovely callback to this. I mean, it was down to
Yeah.
the costumes and to the scenery.
It's like the first movie set up every single T, and then that second movie just hit them
it. Oh,
every
bitch, that's such a good
single
metaphor.
time.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, they did it right. The CGI was right.
They paid those people.
Expensive.
They paid those people.
And that Twister, at the beginning, the first one, that CGI still is great. It's like Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Those effects.
Oh, from the original movie.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
hold up.
And I'm like, they were cooking something different in the 90s. They were doing
Totally.
that crack cocaine. And let me tell you, it really shows.
Yeah,
Well, they were doing it on this movie too.
they were. And I mean, like,
Oh my God.
oh, wow.
I think I sat in that chair like this.
Oh, but at the end, after the finale,
Oh.
I had myself clutched into my chair, and then I said, oh.
Yeah. God, they were really saying, look what this tornado can do. It can turn into a fire tornado.
Oh, yeah.
And like it. Oh, I had the hair. I gotta get this.
Well, and they also,
No, it's this one.
a lot of the movie,
Oh,
oh,
hate that.
hate it too, especially when it's on your lip.
I hate that. No, it was like you're pumping oil out of this earth. Let the tornado come and take it back.
This is-
take it back.
Take it back, bitch, fire tornado. And it was truly about, like, yeah, we are not respecting the weather enough. We're not respecting these tornadoes enough. And because of climate change,
Yes.
it's getting worse.
Yes.
And y'all are playing out here. Like, this was a movie about, like, here's what we're actually dealing with out here.
Real time trauma. Like this is what we're actually doing right
Yeah.
now. These
Yeah.
tornadoes are getting worse.
Yes. Yes. Oh, great movie. Great cast.
Great callback to using the Wizard of Oz stuff.
Yep.
The science is a little woohoo, but that's okay.
Sure, we're never
It
really
always
here for that.
was.
It's a little sci-fi in that it's meant
Yes.
to be aspirational. Like, they're always
Yes.
trying to solve, like, the warning times, right?
right.
And to help people.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's always to help people.
Yeah. And just really beautiful scenery too. God.
Oklahoma. Oklahoma is beautiful.
Oh my God.
Sorry about it.
Well, during a storm, for sure.
I mean, I do love that flatland.
Yeah. That's how you see it. That's how you see the storm. best part.
The music was so good. They did some really great callbacks to the original score, and then they kept it fresh. And then they were putting some good old bad country songs in there.
I was gonna say it's a little country heavy for me, but I expect that. I would say the original movie was a little more
rock,
old rock.
Yes,
but that to me signals a shift in time as well.
Correct.
Where like Storm Chasers and like your Rednecks and people like that.
Yes,
they used to be into old rock and stuff like that, and not necessarily just country.
Right.
And now it's so like back.
I think you're
country,
right.
country.
100%.
And so they put more country music in there.
Oh my gosh.
But wow, good. That
good.
That moment at the end.
Which one?
Oh, where they pull the back wall of the movie theater off and you see it through the proscenium of the screen. And for the first few seconds, my brain goes, why were they watching a movie about tornadoes to begin with? And then I saw it and I was like, oh, wow. Beautiful. And it looked like a black and white film, too.
It looked like a black and white film.
It was such a good move.
They were doing some stuff.
They were really cooking.
And I'm just like here for it.
Yeah.
When can I buy it?
Yeah. Oh, I found a pirate copy.
Should we watch it tonight?
Cam. It's just okay.
Oh, what about Long Legs?
Cam. I'm keeping looking, though. I'm keeping looking.
We gotta talk about the elephant in the room.
Drag Race. Oh.
Yeah, let's talk about Drag Race.
Oh, okay. Do you want to start with that?
Too.
Yeah, the elephants in the room. It's Brat Summer.
I chose Harris.
I'm going home.
That's another thing we predicted.
Who?
Joe Biden wasn't going to be the next president of the United States.
Listen, we shook it up. We shook it up.
Listen, we're movers and shakers. We might be men. We might be embarrassed. We might be in drag. But we predict things. Nostradamus.
Yeah.
You're Da Vinci, I'm Nostradamus, and Scott is Queen Elizabeth. No, Shakespeare. Or Marlowe.
Marlowe, because isn't he rumored to be like the actual genius behind it all? And listen, we are two brain cells just holding on.
Listen, I think if we're being truthful, Shakespeare did not exist.
No.
Shakespeare was one man, and he had a group of people who were writing those plays.
Yeah.
I think they might have had one scholar who worked for the Queen who like kind of helped them on the DL with bigger words. But I think it was just a group effort.
Could be.
Had to be.
Had to be?
I think it had to be.
Wow.
I don't think one man did that. One man?
One man.
One man did not do that.
Wow.
One man to rule them all? I don't think so.
No.
Oh my God. Can I tell you, I went and saw my psychiatrist yesterday. And I'm like, everything's great. And he goes, okay, as long as you don't feel manic.
I love that. I love that. I love that so fucking much. Because in my head, for the first 5 minutes, you sailed in there. And you go...
Give
and
me,
then you
give
go...
me more, give me more, give me more.
This 5 minutes. And he said, I don't know, I think I'm cured. I don't know if I have anything else.
Zing, zing,
and
zing
goes,
with the bell.
As long as you're not manic.
And I said, we good? We good. 3 months supply.
That's so funny.
No,
That's
and then I started
so
thinking,
funny.
oh no. And then this got me cooked though. Because I was sitting in my car and I was like at a red light. And this person behind me like drove up fast behind me. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I see you. I see you.
Yeah.
And then the light turns green. And like, I don't go immediately. And I think, oh my God, the person behind me is going to be so mad. They're going to get out of their car and they're going to hurt me because I didn't go. What? And I said, you know what? This is how people go insane.
A little paranoia.
They start to have those thoughts.
Yeah.
And then you can't get rid of those thoughts. And I said, oh my God, this is how people go insane.
Yeah, girl. Welcome.
You start thinking it to yourself, and then those thoughts play out over and over and over again until you believe them.
I was going to say, and then when you begin validating them within yourself because your externals are validating them in some ways, it's over.
And I'm like, I understand.
I understand.
I understand why we're eating ourselves.
Yeah, I understand.
Pan Am.
Obsessiveness is tough, girl.
God,
is tough.
God, this was heavy.
I know. How much of that is just a solid block of ice?
The magic. I think it's really wonderful that we can live in a world where men can dress up as women.
I do too.
And be on TV.
Mm-hmm. Love
They
that.
were doing it in Roman times. Now we're doing it in the US of A times.
Yeah. What were those TVs like back in the Roman days?
Rock hard. Yeah.
What were
Great
those?
reception.
Oh, I mean, hardwired.
Hardwired. I mean, have you seen their abstinence? They were abstaining from anything.
I was going to say,
They
why
said
did you
any
choose
hole's a
abstinence?
goal.
100%.
I don't know. I thought the Romans.
I
and
think
I
the
thought
Greeks were maybe more. Yeah, I
and
hear
then I was
that.
like, abstinence.
Yeah.
That's what they teach you in school.
Many a thought connecting.
Maybe if they taught safe sex in school instead of abstinence, we would not be experiencing the fall of the Roman Empire.
Did you do a little abstinence pact with somebody? Did you have to like choose a buddy? I did.
In church?
No, this was in school.
No.
And they gave you a little piece of paper.
Who'd you do it with?
I didn't have friends, so I didn't do it with anybody.
Oh.
That's a lie. With my cousin.
Alana.
Yeah, Alana.
Do you have a cousin named Alana?
No.
Scott does. Listen, I do pay attention to people.
Yeah.
I just don't know names.
No. And I mean, you hear their names, but who knows when they're going to come back around again. Not when you're around her, but here she is.
Have I met them? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, they would make, and they'd be like, you make a little pact with your friend, and you sign it, and if you break it, you have to tell them.
But you never did it with anybody.
No.
Metaphorically or physically.
Wait, what is metaphorical sex?
What is metaphorical
In
sex?
school.
What is metaphorical sex in school?
Is that like
the yellow wallpaper?
what is metaphorical sex?
You know, I remember in sex ed we had to play Battle of the Sexes, and those men on my team looked for me for every answer, and I said, I'm not helping you.
No.
I didn't give them one answer.
No.
And they were like, what goes on first? Lip liner or lipstick? And I said, figure it out, sweaty.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah. Assholes.
Yeah, what class was that? Starkweather.
History.
No, sex ed.
Oh, sex ed. Oh, right. Coaches are sex ed or history.
Coach Ed. Coach Ed.
Coach Ed.
Coach Ed
Coach Ed.
gives great head.
Behind the bed.
Around the dead, he's going round.
Gross. Now we're in a graveyard.
Oh my God. So I'm reading this book about a prostitute, right?
Right.
But old time prostitute, 40s.
Okay.
She said she has this whole paragraph about all the Johns that she's been with.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, the amount of people who work with dead people who wish me to just play dead is astounding.
Wow. Like cold body.
Like doing it with dead people. Wow.
Like they're like, can you just be still?
They said, we want you to just stay still. Don't react. Don't move. Don't do anything. Wow. An exorbitant amount of people. And I'm like, well, at least they're not doing it with our dead bodies.
I mean, yeah. T. That's interesting.
Yeah. Don't you want to know?
Don't you want to know?
I mean, I think people would be so much more liberated if they just like let their freak flags fly a little bit. I mean, the internet has sort of opened that up a little bit. Sure. It's festered for a little bit.
Festered is right.
And
here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Men in wigs.
Men in wigs. I think you're right. I think people need to be like a little like, yeah, that's a fine story to share. I mean, those people aren't. She's not giving away names or anything.
I could give away names.
No, don't do that. But she was just like, yeah, this happens.
Yeah.
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 Do you think that would be hard? Do you think that you could play dead?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think I could.
I can't even be quiet through Drag Race. I'm not going to be quiet through anything.
Yeah, I'd be like, we have to get to a point before I can be quiet. Because I'm going to be a little like, I mean, a little, ooh, for a second. And then I can play dead.
I mean, that Alamo, they're like, shh, don't say a word through this movie or we're kicking you out.
I was really nervous about that. I was really nervous about that. In Twisters, because Scott was also on the other side of you.
Yeah.
And you would say something to me.
Yeah.
And then you turn and you say the same thing to Scott. And I was like, we are going to get kicked out of here. Because I also they have it where you can like press the button and be like, this person's
Yeah.
bothering me,
Yes.
and then they'll like come to you and give you a warning and shit.
Yes.
And I'm like, we're gonna get a warning. Never did.
Can I tell you? I'm allowed to talk in a movie during a movie.
Right.
You're not.
No.
I'm allowed to talk.
Yeah. That's real. I get that.
Don't you annoy me, but I can annoy you.
No, because I'm talking at a volume that is okay
Am
for
I?
everybody. That's my thought process, where I'm like, I know how to talk quieter than you,
Do
and I
you?
know how to do it in a movie, and like where you can still hear everything.
Yeah.
That's why I'm allowed to talk. You're too loud.
I'm not a great whisperer. When people
You're a
are
fine whisperer.
when people are talking to me at work about other things that we shouldn't be talking about, maybe not at work, maybe at the movie theater.
And you go, who? Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge cunt.
And I'm just like, I'm a loudspeaker. So sometimes I just pretend to hear what people say, so I don't have to say anything back and just do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
that's real.
I want to participate in the gossip, but I'm also trying to be a better person.
I don't understand that.
Well, I don't think it's good to gossip.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Talk bad about other people?
Why? They can't hear it.
Girl. Listen, we're millennials.
Yeah.
Not Gen Z. Listen.
We have consciences.
Well, no, they are, they're a little prude.
A little prudish.
A little prudish.
Oh, you mean like they would come for us?
Here's my thing. It's like we can all laugh as long as we're all laughing, and we all know why we're laughing.
Oh, sure.
If we all think it's bad, but we can all be like, this is bad, but we're all laughing because we're uncomfortable.
That's
what I'm talking
different.
about?
I do. I think the lines of humor are really interesting. Yeah, because it's also like, it's what heals us. So we have to be able to joke about everything. And I think that people take that and think that you can be like, make an inappropriate joke or make something that actually is like really offensive sound like a joke.
Yeah.
But like a true joke where everyone is in on it and feeling that moment, it can be made about anything because it can heal anything.
My gosh. You know what the difference between the World Trade Center and mozzarella sticks are?
What?
The World Trade Center weren't spicy. It's why you get that mozzarella sauce.
You can say goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are reporting power outages across the state. We need you to be safe and we need you to keep warm because it's just going to get colder. And like every night, pray to the Lord and eat your cheese. Good night and good luck.